The Evolution of Godzilla, King of the Monsters. A thrilling montage of Godzilla's most iconic moments, his thunderous roar echoing through skyscrapers, the ground shaking under his massive footsteps, epic battles with other towering creatures, and cities illuminated by the fiery glow of destruction. Hey everyone, ever find yourself wondering how a gigantic radioactive reptile became one of cinema's most enduring legends? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the epic evolution of Godzilla, the king of the monsters. From his origins in post-war Japan to his colossal footprint on global culture, we'll explore how this legendary kaiju has roared his way into the hearts of millions. Let's rewind back to 1950s Japan. The nation was still recovering from the devastating impacts of World War II, especially the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The fear and anxiety surrounding nuclear technology were at an all-time high. In the midst of this atmosphere, Japanese cinema saw the rise of the kaiju genre, which literally means strange beast or giant monster. In 1954, Toho Studios released Gojira, the film that started it all. Directed by Ishiro Honda, this wasn't your typical monster movie. Godzilla was conceived as a monstrous embodiment of nuclear destruction, a walking, roaring symbol of the catastrophic power of atomic weapons. The film struck a chord with Japanese audiences. Behind the scenes, the filmmakers were pioneering new techniques to bring Godzilla to life. Special effects director Eiji Tsuburaya opted for suitmation, a method where an actor wears a monster suit, combined with miniature sets to create the illusion of a colossal creature towering over cities. Ishiro Honda's vision went beyond mere spectacle. He wanted to deliver a message about humanity's destructive capabilities. As Godzilla's popularity soared, the films began to shift in tone during the Showa era. Our once fearsome beast started to soften up a bit, transitioning from terrifying destroyer to a more heroic figure. He faced off against a growing roster of other monsters like Mothra, Rodan, and the three-headed King Ghidorah. Jumping ahead to the 80s and 90s, the Heisei era brought Godzilla back to his darker roots. The stories took on a more serious and mature tone, with improved special effects enhancing the cinematic experience. The films delved deeper into Godzilla's origins and introduced his offspring, such as Baby Godzilla. Entering the new millennium, Toho Studios decided to reboot the series multiple times within a few years. Each film in the Millennium era acted as a standalone story, reimagining Godzilla in various contexts and scenarios. Modern issues such as genetic manipulation and climate change were woven into the plots. Now let's chat about Hollywood's first take on Godzilla in 1998. Directed by Roland Emmerich, this version introduced significant changes to the iconic monster's design and storyline. Instead of the towering, indestructible force of nature, this Godzilla was more of a giant mutated iguana on the run. But fear not. In 2014, Legendary Pictures reignited the flame with their own reboot, kicking off what we now call the Monsterverse. Starting with Godzilla 2014, these films paid homage to the original while introducing fresh elements. They expanded the universe by bringing in other classic monsters, now called Titans. Godzilla's influence isn't confined to Japan or the United States. It's a global phenomenon. He's been referenced and parodied in countless films, TV shows, books, and songs around the world. From episodes of The Simpsons to music by bands like Blue Oyster Cult, Godzilla's legacy transcends cultural barriers. One of the reasons Godzilla has stood the test of time is the rich symbolism embedded in his stories. He often represents the unintended consequences of human actions, especially concerning nuclear power and environmental neglect. Godzilla is nature's retaliation, a force beyond our control that emerges when we overstep our bounds. As society evolves, so do the themes in Godzilla's films. In the 60s and 70s, stories shifted to address pollution and the arms race. Later films tackled biotechnology and natural disasters. By mirroring contemporary concerns, Godzilla remains relevant, serving as a cinematic mirror reflecting our collective anxieties. Who says monsters can't have character arcs? Over the years, Godzilla has developed a sort of personality. He displays emotions like anger, pain, and even a sense of protectiveness. His relationships with other monsters range from fierce rivalry to reluctant alliance. The magic behind bringing Godzilla to life has evolved tremendously. The original suitmation technique laid the groundwork, But as technology advanced, so did the methods. Animatronics, motion capture, and CGI have all been employed to enhance realism and spectacle. Let's not forget that spine-tingling roar. The sound design from Godzilla's roar to the thunderous footsteps plays a crucial role in his fearsome presence. Composers like Akira Ifukube crafted memorable scores that became synonymous with the character. Godzilla's appearance has undergone various transformations. The original design featured rough, scarred skin and a bulky frame, a direct nod to his origins as a nuclear creation. Later versions slimmed down or bulked up, added spikes, or altered his facial features. Shout out to all the Godzilla fans out there. The fandom is a vibrant and dedicated community that spans the globe. Fans gather at conventions like G-Fest to celebrate all things Godzilla, sharing their passion through cosplay, art, and discussion. From action figures to high-end statues, Godzilla merchandise is a collector's dream. Toys R Us aisles and specialty shops have been stocked with Godzilla goodies for decades. Some of these collectibles become valuable over time. Godzilla has stomped his way into video games, comics, and animated series. Games like Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee let you control your favorite kaiju in epic battles. Comics explore new storylines and expand the universe. So, what's next for our colossal friend? There's buzz about new films on the horizon from both Toho Studios and Legendary Pictures. While details are under wraps, fans speculate about potential plot lines and which monsters might make an appearance. Imagine Godzilla teaming up with or battling against characters from other universes. The possibilities are endless. While nothing official has been announced, the idea of crossovers sets fan imaginations racing. One thing's certain, Godzilla's legacy is secure. As new generations discover his storied past, the King of the Monsters will continue to adapt and thrive. Through evolving storylines and modern filmmaking techniques, Godzilla will keep roaring his way into theaters. From his birth as a metaphor for nuclear devastation to his status as a global pop culture icon, Godzilla's journey is nothing short of legendary. He's evolved with the times, reflecting societal changes and remaining relevant across decades. Godzilla has left an indelible mark on cinema, pioneering the monster movie genre and influencing countless filmmakers. His stories have sparked conversations about important issues, demonstrating that entertainment can carry powerful messages. So why has Godzilla endured all these years? Maybe it's because he embodies our deepest fears and grandest fascinations. He's a reminder of nature's untamed power and the unintended consequences of human ambition. And that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining me on this epic journey through the history of Godzilla. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow monster enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of cinema.